What is going on, you guys? This is Tech HD coming at you with a brand new unboxing video, and today we're going to be taking a look at something pretty crazy. So this is Logitech's G560. These are their gaming speakers. These are 2.1 and a subwoofer channel speaker, which is really crazy. And Logitech is very known for making speakers. They make a whole bunch from like literally 20 bucks all the way to like around 500 bucks. These go around for $199, so a little bit pricey, but what you're going to be paying for is the sound quality as well as the features. So this is their G series, which is licensed for gaming. Is mainly for those gamers that don't use headphones, that want to use actual speakers and the subwoofer and really feel the bass, really feel the vocals, really feel everything that is going on in the game. And they also have something called the light sync, and the light sync is their software that works with the lighting. And what's really interesting is that they have partnered with other games to really make it more immersive, like Battlefield and Dota and all type of games like that, and to really give that RGB style. And this does support RGB up to 16.8 million colors, which is really crazy. So it connects to USB to use that light sync. And let's take a look and see how this is. So let's unbox this. Without further ado, let's open this bad boy up. Okay, pull this piece off. There we go. Trying not to hit the microphone. Alright, welcome to LightSync Gaming Speakers Play Advanced. I'm gonna hit the microphone. Alright, so we got instructions over here as well, pretty much setting this all up. Step 1 is connect this to the left, power on. If you want to connect to Bluetooth, you can connect to Bluetooth as well, up to 4 devices, which is pretty crazy with their software. And I'm gonna probably have to stand up for this, because this is the bass part. Oh yeah, I might really have to stand up for this, please. That is one of the pieces. This is the bass. Yep. Alright, put that down real quick. Move that over to the side. And let's throw this to the side. Okay, so we got the bass punching down, so it's going to be hitting the floor. It's not really pushing forward or anything like that. Really interesting. 240 watts. That is insane. So we got to the side, I'm assuming. Yeah, so this is the back piece, so it'll be like this. And I think I could remove this off. I really don't want to touch it because it looks really nice, I'm not gonna lie. We got the speakers and the cables and all that. So these cables are actually connected to VGA, which is really nice. Very interesting, very different. I guess it needs that power. They each hold about 120 watts. We got the power cable. No, wait, no, this is the USB. So it's going to micro USB to USB, and it's 2.0. I'm gonna sit back down for the part of this video. Alright, let's get these speakers out. So this one is the left speaker. Oh, very nice. Nice matte finish. Really cool. Look at that. Look at this. This thing is pretty insane. And then we got the RGB right there. Very cool. And like I said, this thing is connected to VGA, which is very different. I haven't really seen any type of speakers or anything really connected to VGA other than a monitor, pretty old monitor, because now everything is HDMI. But yeah, very cool. And they're color coordinated, so that one's black, this one's blue. Yep, they're color coordinated on the subwoofer as well. Just want to let you guys know that the software that Logitech uses is honestly one of the best. There's Corsair, Razer, and Logitech's. I've used Razer's and Corsairs, and I've messed around a little bit with Logitech's, and Logitech is literally plug and play. It is nothing difficult at all. It's really easy, so it's really plug and play. So once you plug this in, everything is already going to start working. And I have like really old speakers that are like about 10 plus years old, and they sound great. They're still okay, but these are going to be a huge difference, as well as sound quality, how loud they get, and definitely with that subwoofer right here, this thing is going to be pretty insane. But look at this. I really like that G logo right there, and I like this like cloth look, and it looks really nice. And then we get the G560 I mean, which is really cool. And then we got the volume up and down over here, and then we got a G button. And then if we go to the back, we got a Bluetooth button as well as a power button, and the oh wait, this is a headphone port. What's on this one? There's nothing on the left one. And then From the subwoofer, we got a Bluetooth indicator, an aux port, a micro USB for the power, to connect this to USB, and then we got the left and right connection as well as the power connection. Alright, so now that we have everything pretty much unboxed, we're going to be taking a look at this, and I'm going to be showing you guys a time lapse of me disconnecting my old speakers, setting it all up, and then we'll be testing it out and seeing how they sound. Alright you guys, so after many weeks of really messing around with this and for using it for multiple stuff, for music, for gaming, and for overall like everyday use of it, I really like these speakers. I really like how they sound. They're very modern, and I liked it when a new update came out for it. It was okay, and it was okay for like before the update, but this one fixed a lot of the issues. So pretty much before October, it was having issues with volume to me. I feel like at 2% compared to 10%, it sounded exactly the same. I feel like it didn't get quieter from when I went down from 10% to 2% of volume. I don't know why. And then when I went up, it would go up like drastically. So when I went from like 10% to 14%, it would go like really high up drastically that I couldn't be using like more than 16% of volume at night. And because I live in an apartment, so I want to make so much noise, especially when I'm just listening to somebody, like a video or somebody talking. So that was my main issue. And like 14% was pretty much the good spot that I would be using it for. 16 was a bit too much, like it would be too loud for some reason. And then when I brought it really high up there, like about in the 40s, 50s, 60s, it was loud and it started to distort a bit. But it wasn't so crazy, but it was just like really loud. And I felt like as well the 10%, 14%, and 16%, the bass was too much as well for that percentage of volume that I was using. Like I felt like I wasn't using it to its full potential. Like I felt like I had the volume down really low, but at the same time it was really loud and it was really weird. So when they came out on late October with the 122 version of the update, it fixed the volume issue. It added volume improvements. So now when I really go from like 2 to 10%, you actually hear the difference. And then when I go from 10 to so on and so on, you really start to hear the difference, which I really liked. And that was the main issue that I was having. That's why I was like really taking my time and listening to these speakers and seeing how they really are. And you can see them, they're right next to me. I wanted to put them in the frame, but I'm using the color cycles, and I really love the RGBs that they provide. Like honestly, I love the nice RGB touch that they add to, and I really like how it looks in my setup, whether I'm a gamer or just an everyday user. Everybody loves RGB and everybody loves to have them in their setup, and these are really good add-ons because no matter what you're doing, you can have LED light strips on one color like red, and then I can have these on green, give that nice Christmas style. Or I could do it cycling and then have my keyboards and my mouse pad and the other stuff cycling colors, so it gives a nice really RGB look, and I really like it. And I like how it adds that modern look, and they don't look so like out there. They're not like really eyesore, or they're not like really eye-popping, except the RGB style.
but they're very modern looking. I really like the texture and the fabric that's used on the front, very modern looking, and I like how it's not like huge or anything like that, and it just looks really good in my opinion for gaming speakers, which is really interesting. Usually gaming speakers are really eyesores, like really popping, a lot of red. A lot of companies tend to use red, and they tend to like give some nice like angles and stuff like that, but these look so much more modern and so much more clean in the setup, especially if you're not just using them for gaming, which I don't do. I do gaming, but then I also use it for editing videos sometimes, and just everyday use of watching videos, listening to music, stuff like that, and I honestly love them. I also like the fact that the software is easy to understand, easy to use. Now for me personally, I don't know why, but in the EQ setting, I did not hear so much of a difference if I were to drop the bass or up the bass, or same thing with the treble. Like, I didn't hear so much of a difference. I don't know if that's a software issue, but I don't know if that's something wrong with me. But me personally, I did not hear so much of a difference if I were to like add no bass and up treble and stuff like that. And for some reason, like, I just personally didn't hear anything, as well as if I were using the 7.1 surround sound feature, if there was stuff that supported that. Same thing, the DTS wasn't that big of a deal breaker for me too. I didn't really care that much. I usually just kept the surround sound feature off. Now when it comes to gaming and when it comes to screen sampling, I really like the software that provides it. The best option that I like to do is put it in the corners on the bottom right and bottom left, and also on the bottom a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right. And I like how the RGBs is both the back and then also on the side pieces. I really like that, and how you can individually change the colors as well. So same thing, since we're in the Christmas time, I like to put it to the green and then the red, and same thing vice versa, like have it switch. And I really like that option, as well as I really like how it is in gaming and everyday use. And also they have the audio visualizer, which is really good for when I'm listening to music or just, like I said, everyday use. And I just really like how it provides that feature. It really gives a nice touch to the setup, which I really love. And then when it comes to the bass, I like the bass. Now before the update, like I said, it was too much bass. There was so much bass to it, literally at 10%, 14, 16, like it felt like that there was too much bass to that low of volume. And then when I got really high up there was so much bass. I was scared that I was gonna get like a notice saying that I'm making too much noise and stuff like that. And I did not want to do that to my my neighbors, and like literally right there next door, and the people that live right above me. I didn't want to do that to them. But then when they came out with the update, it was so much easier. You know, you didn't hear so much bass at 10%, you didn't hear so much bass at 20, but then when you start to really go up there at 50% and so on, that's when you really start to kick in with that bass, and it sounded amazing. And it was down firing, so you know, you felt the vibration on the floor. You felt like everything, and it was really good. As well as when you put the audio visualizer and you make it sync with it, it's just crazy, and I really like that. It's like a kind of little bit of a party in your apartment or in your studio room, pretty much, in your little setup, which is really dope. So overall, the G560, I really like them as speakers. I don't really say that they're gaming speakers, even though they're really advertised for gamers, especially the Logitech G series. You know, they're really for the gaming life, and I really like them for gaming. Now I wouldn't use them for audio, like listening if I'm editing audio, stuff like that, because you know, there is some bass to it, there's some tremble, you know, like the frequency isn't just completely flat. So I wouldn't use that fully for it. I would use it if I want to listen back to a video and to see how it will normally sound like in everyday like speaker use. But I would use regular headphones and like studio monitor headphones for that. But when it came to just everyday use, these are great. They're great for music because they add that nice bass to it. They're good for everyday videos, you know, watching videos, stuff like that. And also when it came to just watching movies, and when it came to just using them for everyday use, you know, that's what they were for. That's what I use them for. And I loved it for gaming, for music, for videos, all that. And it was just a really good experience. And I really liked how they added a nice RGB vibe to it. And I guess they added gaming because of RGB style, but I feel like that they could be used in the living room. You know, have that 2.1 channel for living rooms, or maybe a 3.1, like you want to add medium centerpiece, and then use these as the left and right. Put them right behind the TVs, and then adds a nice color to it, and then put LED light strips around the TV, and you really get a nice vibrant look, RGB style, and that would be really dope. But honestly, I think that they're more than just gaming speakers. I think they're just everyday use speakers, and Logitech is very known for that because they just have a whole variety from like $20 all the way to $300, and at this price point I would recommend them, and I would recommend them for not just for gaming. So if you guys see these and you guys are like, oh, I'm not a gamer, I feel like personally that they're more than just for gaming. I feel like that is just for pretty much everything, and you can add your own style to it. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so that you guys can be notified whenever I upload a new video. As always, this is Tech HD. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!